Welcome back to the LPR Trading Group YouTube channel. It's Dave again. I've got another video for you guys today, and today what we're going to do is go through a Sunday night market outlook type webinar. So I do look at the charts on Sunday night. I try and plan out what I think is going to happen for the next day or the next few days. I don't make this a super concrete plan, but it gives me some time to sit on the markets, fresh week, see the fresh gap, the Sunday open, and possibly get an idea of where the market is trading or looking to trade for the week. I've said before, we're not forecasters. I do not try and forecast what the market's going to do in the coming weeks, but I do like to have a plan going into the open on Monday. It makes it a lot easier to actually settle down and really fine-tune that game plan. So what I like to do here is I like to start with my TPO charts, and immediately what I'm looking for on my TPO charts are poor highs and poor lows. So I go back to previous price action, I look at my TPO highs, and if I have any highs that are equal prints on 2 time periods or one tick off, just like this one is, and I know for some of you guys tuning in just recently, you're going to be very confused here. So let's zoom this in a bit. This right here, this G period high, it's a single print, single tick right up at the high. This was an incomplete auction, okay? What I expected out of price at some point was to come back and trade through this G period to complete the auction. So this would have been, in the past, a poor high. There are no longer any poor highs in the market. As you can see, this A period, we've got a complete high, we've gone up, we formed excess on the high, so that is a complete high. If we go down to the low of Friday last week, this is a completed low, so I expect the market to have excess at these lows as well. It doesn't mean that we can't trade back to these areas. It's just not an area that I'm going to have on my radar as a poor high or a poor low. Now, where are we trading right now? So Sunday, we gapped up a little bit. We're currently trading above Friday's point of control for time, above Friday's point of control for volume, and we're trading at Friday's value area high. So my expectation here would be, if I wanted to look for longs, I would probably want price to pull back, hold in these areas just to show we can respect these areas, and then maybe start driving off of these areas in the on session. The trade for Monday morning, if we don't get back here, could be exactly this: a pullback to rebalance Friday's market and then go for a drive into and through the highs from Friday. We'll pull up our charts right now. Here we go. And now we're going to go to our charts and do a top-down type approach. Weekly, what are we looking at here? This is combining ICT concepts with our trade. We still have the weekly fair value gap, the volume imbalance, price came down, couldn't close below. We're currently trading back into these areas, so I really do like that for the long side and bullish sentiment. On Friday, we've kind of got the same idea here. We wicked down on the daily chart 3 days. We drove back up. We got into a 1 hour fair value gap where we actually took a short on Friday. Now, this is my question. Can the market hold this weekly area, the low of this fair value gap and imbalance, and drive through this 1 hour fair value gap into the daily fair value gap? This is what I would like to see personally. So if we do get some bullish sentiment going into tomorrow, I do like something into 43.99 for longs. Okay, we'll drop down to the 4 hour. 4 hour is showing us the gap here on Sunday session, which preferably I would like this to get filled in. If this gap gets filled in, notice what this price is. Okay, notice what the gap fill price is here. 43.29, right? 43.29. If we go over here, 43.29 is right about here. So it's in between our 2 points of control, 43.29. If we wick below it a little bit to 26, that means we've come back and tested time point of control and volume point of control for Friday. This will make a lot of sense. Close the gap, hold those point of controls. It's like it's essentially a rebalance, and the market drives back to the upside. Okay, that's the 4 hour chart here. We'll go down to the 1 hour. 1 hour, same deal. We're trading within these 2 fair value gaps here, or this 1 fair value gap, I should say. On the 1 hour, we've currently rejected it. good area for price to come back if it wants to, rebalance the market here, and drive to the upside. What do we have below price? Below these lows, not very much. These are relatively equal lows. I'll actually mark those out just so we can have those on our charts going into the session. I'll just mark those out as rels. We've got a very tiny fair value gap here that was filled by this low. And I don't have any other 1 hour gaps or fair value gaps that I'll be looking at. Dropped out of the 30-minute, nothing on the 30-minute, still this gap here, looking for a possible rebalance and a move to the upside. 15-minute, same thing. No market imbalances below price down here, just the gap. I don't want to get down into the 5-minute chart. I really don't even want to get into the 15-minute chart here. I kind of want to keep this bigger picture, right? So to keep this short and sweet, going into tomorrow's session, I want to see if over the on session, when we're sleeping, at least when I'm sleeping, if the market can pull back into the 26 area. If the market can pull back into, 1 second here, let me go back to 4 hour, 29 area, 29, 26 area, hold, and then if we can start driving back to the upside, this is a good idea for a good push to these highs or even that daily fair value gap there. This is how simple I want to keep these Sunday night market outlook webinars, because this is how simple I keep my Sunday night plan. I don't get overcomplicated. I've marked up the chart just a little bit. I'm going to write down some key levels. What are the key levels going to be? That 29 to 26 area. It also coincides with these point of controls on the TPO chart. And then mentally, I have a note of 43.99 that I would love for price to get to, which is this daily fair value gap. What I can mark up right now visually for everyone here is this, and we can call this buy side, and we can also mark up this and call this buy side as well. Outside of that, this is all I'm doing Sunday night. This is how fast you can put together a plan to go into the trading day, to have something in your head to say, I want to see this overnight, and if this happens, this is how I want to execute in the morning. If I come back to the chart and it's completely bombed, we just reassess. If I come back to the chart and the trade's already happened, which is what happened on Friday, we reassess. It's no big deal, okay? It's absolutely no big deal. Anyways, as always, guys, like, comment, subscribe. I really, really, really appreciate you guys, subscribing to the channel, liking the videos, leaving comments on the videos. I will get back to every single one of you guys. With that being said, good luck on the charts. Trade safe, guys. Cheers.